Konnichiwa, hello, my name is Miki and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be reviewing the Roxbox. Now, if you guys don't know what this is a subscription box where you get jewelry every month. I'm going to be sharing with you guys if I think that this is worth the $21 a month and some information about this as well, and what I think about the quality of jewelry and all that good stuff. If you're new here or you enjoy my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification so you know when I upload my videos, and of course my disclaimer, if you are super sensitive to profanity or if you are easily offended, this is definitely not the place for you. I'm a no filter bitch and I have no idea what's gonna come out of this mouth, so keep that in mind while you're watching. So if you guys are interested in a very honest and blunt review of what I think about the Roxbox, then just stay tuned. So at the beginning of this month, or in September, beginning of September, I decided to get my very first Roxbox because I was very curious about it. I was wondering what exactly is a Roxbox and what exactly is like jewelry rental. There's so many brands coming out that do clothing rental, jewelry rental, all kinds of different things. And I was very curious about the Roxbox, so I went ahead and got it. Roxbox is a subscription that you pay $21 a month for, and you basically get to rent jewelry. There are people out there who like to change their jewelry up every so often, or they are very important people and they go to a lot of events or dinners and charities, things like that. They want to constantly, change their jewelry. Now, I am not someone who is very blingy, if that makes sense. I don't wear a lot of jewelry, and when I do, I always try to take it off at the end of the night. I don't like to go to sleep with anything but necklaces and certain rings. I can't wear any bulky rings while I'm sleeping because a lot of the time I always have my hand underneath my face, and whenever I'm wearing like my wedding ring or my engagement ring, it always leaves a print on my face. So anything that's not like just a regular band, I always take off before I go to bed. I leave all my necklaces on and I leave all my earrings on except my bottom holes, because those are the only ones that I change. I've been a jewelry lover ever since I can remember. I got my first ear piercings when I believe I was like 3. It was like one of those kiosk things in the mall with the gun holding the teddy bear, all that good stuff. And then I got my second holes when I was in 2nd grade. I pierced the rest myself. The only 2 that I've had professionally done are my 1st and 2nd holes, and I just leave the rest in. Now, my current jewelry right now is all sterling silver or stainless steel, because a lot of these kinds of rings are the piercing rings that you can get at like piercing stores, because I actually used to work at a piercing / tattoo shop, and so that is why I have so many like holes, because when you work at a piercing shop and you get really bored, you tend to just kind of use yourself as like entertainment. And so most of my piercings I did while I was working at the piercing store. I do love silver and gold jewelry. It's just that ever since I got into like high school, I kind of strayed away from gold jewelry just because I felt like silver suited me more. Also, I was really into like the kind of goth stuff, and so I was wearing like black makeup, black eyeliner, all of that, and I felt like silver just matched that a lot better. And ever since then, I haven't really worn gold jewelry. But when I was younger, my parents would only get me gold jewelry, like genuine 14 karat gold with stones, and just to make sure, I didn't have any allergic reactions. I think the only thing that irritates my skin is like fake silver where it turns green. That's when I start getting like inflammation in my earlobes. But other than that, I've tried almost every single jewelry and it's been fine. As long as my skin doesn't turn green, we're all good. Now, I kind of went off on a tangent there, but let me explain a little bit more about what the Roxbox is. For $21 a month, you get this little box in the mail, and there are 3 pieces of curated jewelry. You can go in and make your own little profile, and they ask you questions like, what are you into? What kind of styles? What kind of colors or finishes, like gold or silver? Do you like gemstones? You fill out your profile and you have a stylist that picks these pieces for you. But if you don't like the pieces that the stylist chose for you, you can go in and pick the 3 pieces that you wanted. That's basically what I did, because I am very thorough with my jewelry. I like very quality jewelry. That is the one thing that I'm not a cheap bitch on. I like very good, long-lasting quality jewelry. And so I was really curious to see if Roxbox was more of like a fashion jewelry type thing or like a quality type of deal. So like I said, I chose 3 of my own pieces. Now, basically after you pay the $21 and you pick your jewelry, they will send you your Roxbox right away, and you get to keep that jewelry for as long as you want. But whenever you're ready for your set, what you do is you send the box back, and then your stylist will begin curating your next set, and they will send that over. So basically you have an entire month to try out your jewelry. If I wore this box of jewelry for a week and I was like, I want to try something else, I put it in the box, ship it back, they're going to ship me another box, and it's still only $21 a month. So basically for a 31 day period, you pay $21 and you can rent as much jewelry as you would like. And so I really like that because you can try as much jewelry as you want in a 1 month period for $21. Now that $21 that you pay goes towards a monthly credit, meaning within that 31 day period, that $21 can be spent on any kind of jewelry that you decide to keep. I know it's a little confusing, but out of your 3 pieces that you get sent to you, you can choose to keep 1, 2, or all 3 of the items and purchase them for yourself. So I really like that because in my box, I got a few things that I thought I would like, but in the end, I was like, okay, because I did already open the box and kind of inspect everything and look at everything, and I already have my final thoughts on it, which is why I'm making this video, because I feel like people kind of need to know about the quality of the jewelry, the wear, and all of that little minor details that other jewelry connoisseurs might be looking into. Now let's finally get into what I curated for myself in this Roxbox. Now when you get the Roxbox, it comes in this package right here, and when you open it up, it has 2 lines. So the first line, you can just open it up nicely, and then underneath that there's another peel-in stick for you to send it back. I already kind of made a mistake because there was 1 piece in here that I wasn't gonna keep, but I ended up keeping it or choosing to keep it, and so I had to reopen the bag, and then I thought, why don't I make a video on this? What the hell? Like, what was I thinking? The nice thing about Roxbox is in this box you get a return label, which as you can see I've already stuck on there. So when you're ready to return the pieces that you rented out, you can go ahead, slap that label on, put your box back into this bag, ship it off, and then you get your next set of jewelry whenever your stylist curates everything and sends it out. So this is what the Roxbox looks like. It is like a very nice, thick, heavy cardboard box. And when you open it up, it is very nicely like wrapped in this little tissue paper, and there's little jewelry bags inside. Now inside it comes with these little things that tell you a little bit more information about the box, how to use the box. Inside this box is an invoice, which is this time to shine guy right here. It tells you what pieces you got, how much they are, and what brand they're from, the name of the piece of jewelry, and of course the total if you decide to buy all 3 pieces. I keep trying to find the words to like explain this so you guys can kind of understand, but I'm just going to go ahead and read what's in the pamphlet here because it's easier for me to explain. Now it says, if you love it, buy it. Purchase any items that you truly love from your set by logging into your account at Roxbox. Your $21 monthly credit is available from the first to last day of every month, and credit is automatically applied towards purchases from your set. So say I like all 3 pieces of these jewelry. Not only am I getting $10 off because I like all 3 of them and I chose to buy all 3, but I also can use the $21 credit that I paid for in that month. Now, after the first pay period, the $21, your credit goes away. So if you don't use that $21 of credit towards purchasing something, it just automatically goes away and you have to pay $21 the next following month. It doesn't carry over. And when I first read that and thought about it, I was like, oh, damn, that really sucks. Like if you don't use your $21 within a month, it's not going to roll over. It just poof goes away. A perfect example is Savage X Fenty, the lingerie line by Rihanna. If you pay, I believe it's $49 every month, and that $49 rolls over. So if you don't use $49 in 1 month, you get $49 extra the next month because you didn't use your $49. But you're also not renting lingerie or clothing from there. So I understand that it rolls over. That's why after I thought about it for a while, I was like, okay, even if your $21 goes away, you're still essentially renting the jewelry because you do have to send it back. So if I wanted to do 2 boxes a month, I could still do that. So I'm paying $21 for renting the jewelry, getting it, being able to wear it for as long as I want. And so that's where I started understanding like, oh, okay, so that's why the $21 credit goes away if you don't use it. If you decide to use it, then it's definitely a plus because the $21 that you spent on renting the jewelry goes towards buying your jewelry. I really, really hope this is making sense because now that I'm saying it and it's coming out of my mouth, I'm just like, does that make any sense? Now, I really like the little bags that these come in. They are very nice quality bags. This is from the brand Rudiment, and this is the little ring that I got here. I'm going to show it to you guys a little bit up close, but this is called the Claremont Ring, and this retails for $53. My fingers are a little crusty, so ignore that, but here is the ring, and it is very, very pretty. I really, really like it. I feel like this is a really good, simple piece. I like jewelry like this that's very, very simple. Now, of course, the little diamonds on here are cubic zirconia. If you're familiar with any of the jewelry terms, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not going to explain every term that I use in this video. That is what Google is for. But things like cubic zirconia, gold plated, gold filled, all that stuff, I will explain a little bit more further on in the video. But if there's any terms that you may not know, please Google it because there's a lot that goes into knowledge about jewelry. I mean, I could get into so many things about jewelry, like what goes into looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, all types of different gold settings, all that good stuff. Now, I really do like this ring, but the thing is, as soon as I put it on, I was like, damn, this feels really cheap. And it's because it's so lightweight. I can tell that this is not a very quality piece of jewelry just looking at it. If you look at it without actually touching the ring, it looks very high quality, but as soon as you put it in your hand, there's like no weight to it. It almost feels like Claire's jewelry. I was really shocked when I saw like the retail value on my invoice sheet, and then I felt the ring and put it on. I was like, this is $53. I could go and get a sterling silver ring or 2 sterling silver rings for the same price as one of these, and this is not very high quality. So I was doing a little bit more investigating, looking at the brands, looking if there's anything on the website that tells me like what this is, what is on this actual piece of jewelry, if it's gold vermeil, gold plated, gold filled, if it's cubic zirconia or just plastic gems, all that stuff. Because again, I am very thorough with my jewelry. I want the best quality I can get. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean I need genuine 14 karat gold. No, there are other ways to get gold and silver jewelry that are affordable, but still a very good quality. I pulled up some information about the Claremont ring, and again, it retails for $53. And the one thing I hate about this is that it's 14 karat gold plating over brass. Now, if it was gold vermeil or gold filled, that would be higher quality because that means I could wear it in the shower. I don't have to take it off. I don't have to worry about the gold chipping or flaking away from the piece of jewelry. Brass is one of the cheapest metals you can use for gold plating jewelry. Essentially, you're taking the brass and just dipping it into metal, and that's the ring that you're wearing. So if I were to wear this in the shower, the gold layer will slowly start to chip away from the brass, that you're gonna actually start seeing brass come through from the gold paint. That is why I don't like brass plated anything. I don't like the word brass in any of my jewelry at all because it is a very, very cheap metal, and you just don't want brass jewelry because a lot of times if you are sensitive to jewelry, brass is something you're not going to be able to wear. So over time, once the gold plate fades away from this ring, that brass can potentially irritate your skin, especially if you have sensitive skin to jewelry. That's why I don't like this, and I also don't believe this is $53 at all. I feel like they raise the price tremendously because it is a brand name. Now, I've never heard of the brand Rudiment, but it's probably up there with like Kendra Scott or Miranda Front, like those kind. But the reason why I don't like this is, one, because it is brass, which is one of the cheapest, most irritating metals to the skin. Two, it doesn't actually list if this is cubic zirconia or if it's just like, you know, really cheap plastic gems. So I also don't know what the sparkly things are made out of and just how lightweight it is. It's just not quality jewelry to me. If I'm gonna pay $53, it better at least be gold filled. Before I get into the next two pieces of jewelry, I kind of want to explain the levels of gold that there are. Let's start from the bottom. So the lowest quality of gold jewelry that you can get. The lowest quality you can get is gold plated. Now what it is the lowest cost or lowest price to make this kind of jewelry. So it is very low quality. It's going to tarnish very, very quickly. So what they do for gold plated is they take the cheapest type of metal and dip it into gold, and that's the jewelry you're getting. So most of the time it's brass plated because brass is a very, very cheap metal. So that ring I just showed you, if I forget to take it off in the shower or if I put skincare, you're gonna start seeing signs of wear and tear within those first 24 hours, because that is just how cheap and low on the totem pole gold plated jewelry is, which is why I didn't like the ring, because for $53, again, I can go and get a gold filled ring that's about that price or even cheaper, and it's going to be higher quality. So the second is gold vermeil. Now gold vermeil is just a thicker layer of gold, but it's on a better type of metal. So it's not going to be on brass. It's most likely going to be on sterling silver, which if you have any kind of sterling silver jewelry, you will know that it is stamped with the numbers 925. That basically means the amount of silver there is in the jewelry, and you always want to have that 925 stamp or else it's not authentic sterling silver. So a lot of times with gold vermeil, they use sterling silver or stainless steel, which is a way better metal than brass. It is more hypoallergenic and it's less likely to irritate your skin whenever the gold vermeil wears off. Now the gold vermeil will wear off over time, but it takes at least 2 years of wear and tear before you actually see signs of the gold kind of fading away from the metal that's underneath it, and that is about the time you may need to replace your jewelry. Now the highest quality that is not solid gold is gold filled. Now gold filled is going to last for a really long time because there's actually more gold in gold filled jewelry than there is in gold vermeil or gold plated. With gold filled, a lot of the time they use copper, but it is a very thin layer of copper, and then the gold that they put on top, the gold fill, is at least 5% gold. So you're getting a lot more gold than you are getting in gold vermeil or gold plated. Gold plated is literally just a very thin layer of gold. Gold filled is at least 5% of gold. So it's not just gold paint, it's actually 5% gold that's melted down and put over the copper. Hopefully this makes sense, because if you're not into jewelry, you really aren't going to understand what I'm trying to explain. So Google might be a little bit better at explaining those, but basically whenever you're looking for gold jewelry that's not solid gold, that's not $200 for like a gold chain or hoop earrings, you want to get gold filled. Now I'm hoping that breakdown of the types of metals you're dealing with kind of help you choose jewelry in the future. Now again, with gold filled, you can wear it every single day, and all you need is a jewelry polishing cloth to take away the tarnish. It's something that is going to last you for years if you take care of it. You can wear it in the shower, you can wear it to bed, you can wear your rings in the shower as well, your earrings, you don't have to take them off. And that is the type of jewelry that I want, because if I forget it, I don't want it to start breaking down or showing signs of wear and tear if it's a piece that I really, really like and that I spent my money on. So I'm not going to spend $53 on something that is brass lightly painted with gold. So that is why I just really can't justify this piece, like this particular ring. All right, so let's get into the next two pieces of jewelry. This is a necklace from the brand Slate. I have never heard of that brand before. It is a very, very pretty gold necklace. I really like that the clasp has an extender, because I am one of those people who kind of have a big neck and so a lot of chokers and stuff fit very weirdly on me, or sometimes they're a little too tight, but this one is like a very good length. I really like it because you can adjust it, and that's what I like most about this necklace. Now this necklace I really do like, but it's just a little too big for me when it comes to gold jewelry. It's very in trend if you're into this like kind of style and this kind of chain. Again, it's just not something that I'm looking for right now. I want to start off with kind of thinner chains like this guy that I'm always wearing, and this one is just a little too big and gaudy for me for right now. This is definitely a necklace that I'm going to be returning. Now the thing is, with this necklace, I'm already seeing like some really like bad quality type of things going on here. This little tiny ring that you're seeing that I'm holding. So I have the clasp right here, and then I have another little piece of the gold. This little tiny round piece that's connecting those two, you can already see the wear. It's turning brown because whatever is underneath this, whether it's brass or copper or whatever, I'm gonna guess that this is another brass plated piece of jewelry. That is what happens. The gold just wears off and it turns brown. So it's not even gold anymore, it's brass or just doo-doo brown. This retails for $51. I'm looking at the information here, and this comes in silver and gold. This is gold over brass. So this, again, is not a very good quality piece of jewelry. It's going to wear and tear over time. I don't even know if this is a brand new piece of jewelry. If it is, that's kind of really shitty because they sent me one that's already showing signs of the brass peeking through the gold. And I'm not going to want to buy something like that because that means that this has been around for a while now if it's already changing color. And so this is going to go right back into the Roxbox because I just don't see myself spending $51 on something that's already showing signs of wear and tear. This last piece of jewelry is the one that I actually decided I was going to keep. It was a decent price. Also, it's earrings. And like I said before, I always take my earrings off unless they're sterling silver or they're full solid gold. Now, this piece again is in another Roxbox bag. And this is actually one of my favorite pieces that was in this box. This is from the brand Slate. Again, it's the same brand as the necklace that I just showed you. And this retails for $34. Now, these are called the Kent Huggies. These also come in silver and gold. And this is actually gold plated brass. And so again, it's one of the lowest quality types of gold that you can get. But again, this is something that I would buy just because it's on my ears and I'm not going to fall asleep with these in. I'm not going to take a shower with them in. And so I'm okay with spending a little bit of money on that if they look really good, which these earrings look absolutely beautiful. You guys are going to see me wearing these in a previous video because I had already bought these earrings. I just love how light they are. They haven't done anything to my ears. They're so pretty. I don't see any signs of wear and tear on them. They looked brand new when I pulled them out of the bag. And I just really, really like these for just an everyday casual look. This is the type of jewelry that I'm looking for. A little bit more minimalist, very simple, and just really, really cute. I like these that they're not too big, they're not too small, but they're also a thicker hoop. The one thing I really like is the small detail that they added to this, which hopefully the camera will pick up. Right here in the back, there is a little, there it is, a little tiny cubic zirconia. There it is right there on the back end here. And I really like that small touch that they did with these earrings because it's something that's very minimal and very tiny, but it's there if you catch it. And I really like that because it's kind of like attention to small detail. It's that little touch that just make these so much cuter than just regular hoop earrings. The only thing that I have to really worry about for the wear and tear is the post or the hook, the part that actually goes into the ear. So because I purchased this particular earring set, the $21 credit went towards the retail price or the total of the earrings. So the total of the earrings or the retail price is $34 and I was able to get them for $13 because my $21 credit went towards it. So hopefully that makes sense. Now, if I were to buy all three of them, it would come down to $138 for all three of these pieces plus $10 off because I decided to buy all three in this set. $138 for all three of these? Absolutely fucking not. All the jewelry that I got is very, very low quality. And so to see the price, the ring $53, the Huggies $34, and the necklace $51 for gold plated jewelry, that's a lot. One, you're paying to rent the jewelry. Two, you're also paying for the brand name of this jewelry. Now, again, I've never heard of Slate or Rudiments, but I do know that there's Kendra Scott on there. I believe there's Kate Spade jewelry. I'm not really sure. So essentially, if you look at it, you're paying for those brand names. Anything that has a brand name attached to it always goes higher in price. And so that's why I cannot justify the whole Roxbox subscription. So overall, for the Roxbox. I feel like, again, if you're one of those people who are constantly changing jewelry but don't want to keep the jewelry, this box is definitely for you, especially if you want things that are on trend. But other than that, if you're looking for everyday quality jewelry or jewelry that's going to stand the test of time, I do not recommend Roxbox at all. So I probably will not ever get Roxbox again because I'm not one of those people who are constantly changing out their jewelry. I want more everyday wearable jewelry that's going to stand the test of time. All right, you guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to click that big red button that says subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification so you know when I upload my videos. And as always, if you have any tips, tricks, questions, comments, or if you simply want to talk shit, leave it on in the comment section below, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.